Welcome, Leo, to your April 2023 reading. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. If this is the first time you tuned in, I offer free mini readings to all new subscribers. So if you've got a question about this particular reading or something that this reading doesn't cover for you, just click the subscribe button and ask your question in the comments section below. Just put new subscriber, then ask your question, or new subscriber, free mini reading please. However you want to word it, just make sure you put that new subscriber there, because I'm opening it up for everyone else as well to ask a question. Now, you will just get a yes or no answer on your question, or a short answer, whatever message comes through for you. For those of you that don't want to subscribe, are already subscribers, you're a new viewer, whatever the case may be, you'll get that short answer question. And for the new subscribers, you will get that more in-depth reading. Now, this month I'm using a beautiful new deck called the Mystic Palette Tarot by Ciro Marchetti. I've got other decks from him and his artistry is just exquisite. I love this particular deck as well, so I hope you enjoy it here too. Now, let's get into your reading. Now, you start out the energy of April with the Hermit card. Now, this card is represented by Virgo, so you may have a significant Virgo in your life here. But the Hermit card talks about you really wanting to sort of curl up into bed and shut that door, or go to your safe place and close the outside world out. And it's a card of really soul searching. You're doing a lot of thinking and considering your life, looking back at your life, trying to get some answers that you really seek here in April. And, you know, the Hermit card is just, it's quite a spiritual card as well. It really does. I mean, you know, if you look at the traditional meaning of the hermit, where they, you know, the hermit goes off into the cave and just tries to seek enlightenment. And it's really, you know, because this is Virgo energy, it does create a lot of analytical thinking as well about where it is you are in your space, more so spiritually than anything, but just your psychologically, intellectually. It's kind of you're really trying to shine some light on things that just are not rational, that could be, you know, there's no rationality sort of what's happening in your life, and you're trying to do some soul searching to get some answers here. And get, you know, this is a card that talks about you emerging from this hermit-like state with a lot more wisdom, and you know, you're able to gain some conclusions about things that are happening, you know, in the context of what you've learnt and what's going on in your life and what you've discovered about your own humanity as well. I mean, I know that sounds really deep, but the Hermit card is actually quite a deep card. Yeah, and I feel like you're just in this space where you're befriending yourself. I know that sounds quite odd, but you are gaining enlightenment about yourself, about your own thoughts, about your own feelings, as well as a deeper spiritual knowledge as well. And you know, I put a little crystal on the lantern there, but the thing about the Hermit card is in most traditional decks, you'll see the Hermit holding a little lantern. And this Ciro Marchetti has put the lantern right in the front of, you know, the main kind of imagery here. And this signifies the star energy inside that little lantern. That's what's shining the light. So there's a lot of hope. There's a lot of faith that you are coming out of that hermit energy with, a lot more faith. And it's interesting, this then flows onto you've got a few major arcana cards here. So I'm feeling like April is going to be quite a significant month here for you. But you've got the Temperance card right beside the Hermit. And this is a card that's very similar in energy to the Magician card. This is you melding things together and, it makes sort of... It's almost like you are the one that's being like an alchemist here. You're getting all of the elements from your life, and you are really getting things done. There is a little bit of a message that's coming through in the Hermit and the Temperance card is of waiting, of being in a place where you haven't achieved final enlightenment, but you're almost there. So in this place where you are able to reflect on yourself, reflect on your feelings, you are actually going to be able to achieve quite a lovely level of harmony here for yourself in April. You're melding all the ingredients and you're creating harmony. It's quite nice. It's almost like you're getting solutions to certain problems perhaps, or certain issues that are actually going to satisfy everyone around you as well as yourself. Make sure that you're not too eager to please everyone around you. Make sure you have your own interests at heart here as well. But I just really like this kind of gentle, soul-searching kind of energy that is going to bring some solutions that make everyone happy for you here in April. And what this does is it brings in that energy of the Ace of Wands, which I absolutely love. Passion, powerful energy, really focused, inspirational energy. This is about creativity. You've got this new direction that you want to go in, and this new spirituality, almost, I was going to say. New direction, new inspiration, new creativity. There's a new project coming in here for you. And I feel like a lot of this soul searching has led to this point, and you are then going to be able to, you've got the Emperor card here. This is the card of Aries. You could have a significant Aries coming into your life here, but this is again another passionate, strong energy where you are quite comfortable with Aries people because you are a fire sign. Aries is also fire. But Aries talks about the Emperor, the Emperor, I should say, talks about you bossing it up almost, you getting all your plans, your ideas in order to be able to carry on with the inspiration that the Ace of Swords brings into your life. So if you've got new projects, new ideas, new plans, make sure you have everything in order. You plan things out carefully, write lists if you have to. But Aries talks about success that comes through by your planning, by your leadership. You are really going to be taking the reins here and driving things forward in a direction that is going to make you so, so happy. Now, I feel like with that Hermit energy, you are going to decide to actually leave quite a painful situation behind, quite a painful emotional situation behind here. And the thing with the Eight of, and I'm saying this because the card right beneath that Hermit card is the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups sees us turning our backs on a situation that really was quite painful. And you're focusing your energy and your thoughts on beautiful things. I mean, if you look at this figure in the Eight of Cups, you see her focused on the beautiful seagulls and the sun beginning to emerge through the clouds, and she's turning her back on that tumultuous sea behind her, and she's moving forward. And you know, the thing with the Eight of Cups is we don't often know where it is we're going when we turn our back on that painful stuff and we leave it all behind. You could actually be moving, you could be leaving physically a situation, or this can just be a metaphorical leaving of a particular emotional incident that occurred, and just saying, you know what, I don't know where it is I'm heading, but I'm not going to stay in this energy any longer. It's really it's detrimental, it's hurting me, it's harming me. So I want to move on now and bring in that beautiful energy. And the Temperance card is going to help you do that. You're going to be able to meld things together and make the direction of your life go where it is you want to go. Again, making sure that everyone's needs are met and everyone is happy, and you're going to be successful at that. Now, you've got a lot of message. You're going to be so busy in April here, Leo. Lots of messages, emails, phone calls, a lot of running around. There's lots of stuff happening, but also for a lot of you, a lot of ideas and inspiration comes through. You've got the Eight of Wands. Did I say that? I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself here. You've got that Eight of Wands, which really does allow a lot of that creative energy move through quickly. It's quite nice. Now, for some of you, this is a general reading, so take what resonates here, Leo. For some of you, there is could potentially be a new relationship here. There could even be the birth of a baby here for some of you. But yeah, it could be a new relationship. Now, this could be with either there's a few signs coming out here, so it could be a Virgo, it could be a Pisces, could be a Libra, could be a Sagittarian, could be an Aries. So there's a lot of options here. I talk about the star signs, but you know, these aren't set in stone. Some of us can be a certain star sign, but our rising sign is what we are more similar in character to than our star signs. So, you know, take that as at what resonates. I mean, these could all be parts of the person that you are meeting. But if this isn't a new relationship, this can also be a renewal in an existing relationship, some fresh kind of energy, but lots of movement, lots of energy, which is really good. I feel you're comfortable. Again, this is fire energy. You are a fire sign, so you are quite comfortable in this. But I feel like this has also got a lot to do with what you're, you know, with your plans. You have some new ideas, some new plans that you're formulating. And so this is going to keep you really busy in April as well. Now, there could be some new contracts here. There could be some legal issues, or just, you know, when I say legal issues, you may be having to, you know, look at certain elements from a legal perspective. It's not necessarily, I'm not seeing like a negative kind of legal thing, but in terms of contracts or getting things right, particularly if it is to do with a new job or a new project that you want to get started. You might have to just tie up some legal ends here as well. But what that Justice card talks about, which is what I'm referring to here, it not only represents a Libra, but this talks about things coming into balance again, things that may have been quite imbalanced. There's a healing here. You know, you've got the Four of Swords right beside that. So if things were sort of uneven in terms of their energy, in terms of the way you think about things, if you were feeling a little bit perhaps just emotional or depressed, or the way things were just happening, they weren't balanced. So I feel like this does talk about balance being restored in your life in April, which is great. And then that leads to a healing kind of energy. It's interesting. You start the reading with the tarot cards with the Hermit, and you end with the Four of Swords. And both of these are quite kind of close the door, retreat to your safe place and heal. So there's a lot of mental healing here going on for you. A lot of you trying to regain some stability, some balance back into your life, which is wonderful. You're going to heal. And you know, you need to, maybe for some of you, even in terms of this healing that is happening in your life, and this can be healing on all sorts of levels. It doesn't necessarily mean physical healing, but if you have been unwell physically, I feel like this could be like a new health regime. You might be getting, if you're going, you know, if it's a physical thing, you might be going to see doctors and getting a health plan in place. If you've been feeling unhealthy, you might, you know, if you get an exercise program in place or things like that. There could be some planning about how to help you heal. If you've been stressing or having stresses, strains, worries, you might be wanting to go and talk to someone. You might want to seek spiritual solstice. That's not the right word. Spiritual solace, I should say, with someone who can help you regarding those kinds of things as well. So, but definitely healing coming in for whatever it is that is significant for you, Leo. It's great. Now, your final card from the Gateway Oracle is Receiving from Angels. And, you know, I really feel like, again, there is this spiritual element to your reading here. And I feel like, you know, you are going to be getting some intuitive messages that come through while you're in that Hermit energy, while you're doing some soul searching here. You might be receiving some messages here. So listen out for them. But the affirmation for this card is, shimmering wings of angels embrace me with love. And the meaning of this card is, blessings from above are showering over your life. Angels are real and their presence is near. They are only a thought away. Messengers from the Creator, they come to you with immense blessings and love. All is well. Spread your wings and soar. The universe wants you to know angels are watching over you. They love you deeply and profoundly. Be still and open your heart to their wisdom and healing. They will come to you in soft breezes, rainbows, and feathers that seem to magically appear. These signs let you know that you are going in the right direction and that all is unfolding exactly as it should. The angelic energy within you is expanding. Know that you are an angelic healing force for others. How beautiful is that message, Leo? And boy, I just see this so connected with that Four of Swords and that Hermit card. There is this healing, this beautiful loving energy, and in a way I do see this connected with that Eight of Cups energy, where you are deciding to leave some painful stuff behind you and move on. And by doing this, again, you are bringing in that healing energy to other people around you as well as yourself. But make sure you do give yourself some time out in April just to re-energize yourself and make yourself strong mentally, emotionally, physically, psychologically, all of that, spiritually, because once you're healthy and strong, then you can be the one to help others as well. So have a great month, Leo. I hope that resonated for you. Please take me up on my offer of those free mini readings, and also just please ask me a question. I would love to shuffle my cards for you as well. Have a great month, and I hope to see you next month. Bye.